Hello, we're VEAUX, and you're listening to WNXP. Let's show 'em something on the way up. They can tell us that it's made up. What's on your mind? Is it our space and time? Everybody wants something. Girl, I hope you sing me something. I'll take my place in line. You know we can't waste the night. I wanna get lost, I wanna get lost, I wanna get lost every time. So baby, let's talk. On lock, so we gotta pause and rewind. Tell me this what I know every night. Can't get any better but in mine. Something about the look inside your eyes, so sweet like sugar. Moonlight sugar. Got a wild look inside it slow. Light it up and catch me in the glow. All I need before we gotta go is all that sugar. Moonlight sugar. Moonlight sugar. Oh, the way the light hits your face pulls me in, yeah, leads me astray. Take me deep into your outer space. I wanna get lost, I wanna get lost, I wanna get lost every time. So baby, do you mind if I roll a full drive? I can take you anywhere that you like. Tell me this what I know every night. Can't get any better but in mine. Something about the look inside your eyes, so sweet like sugar. Moonlight sugar. Got a wild look inside it slow. Light it up and catch me in the glow. All I need before you gotta go is all that sugar. Moonlight sugar. So tell me that you love me every night. You can't get any better. We can take it slow in the glow. Sugar, sugar. Moonlight sugar. Moonlight sugar. Mother, where do I go? With the boot on my neck, heading up to my throat. Jesus, are you still coming home? You said narrow's the way, but I can't find your road. Please say it's a dream. There's demons out in the street. Dark window, eyes don't panic, don't fantasize. Boogeyman waiting by my side. He told me make peace with the night. It's a this land's a night revolution. Open televised. Superman can't seem to fly, so you better make peace with the night. sacrifice. Dark planet tonight. Don't fantasize. Spooky man waiting by my side. Yeah, he told me, mate. Yeah, he told me, mate. This end of mind revolution won't be televised. Superman. Fall apart, you love it when I fall apart. Got the strawberry blues. I feel so high in the news. Why do you love me so cruel? 'Cause I wanna sit down there, baby, sit down there. I'm lovesick, no cure. Honey, pour out my medicine. I'm all in, I'm all yours. You can line me up like medicine. We can do it right like we got no manners. Eat me up like a serial killer. Pray on me, baby, I'll be your sinner. Swing me like Dilla. Got the strawberry blues. I feel so high in the news. Why do you love me so cruel? 'Cause I wanna hear that sit down there, baby, sit down there.
Hey, it's Celia in the Sonic Cathedral at WNXP with one of our favorite local bands. Thank you for making time today, VEAUX, the trio known as VEAUX, here in the Sonic Cathedral.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Welcome. I mean, we've been acquainted, especially at a little show we put on where you played our second birthday party. It was a banger.
Just a little show.
It was a huge
tiny
show.
Let's
be real.
It was very huge.
We were really proud of it, but you guys seem to be having the best time. So,
it was great.
Any reflections since December 2022 about I don't know, the music you're making, maybe the attention you're getting for the music you're making?
It's crazy.
It's been awesome. Yeah. It's been amazing. So many people have reached out to us about that show specifically, said that they loved it, loved seeing us there. All of our friends were very impressed as well. And we were just like, oh yeah, of course. Like now
we also are not like super tapped into what's happening, so we didn't know how big Wet Leg was. We were like, oh, they're cool.
It was like a nice surprise for you.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh, like they're kind of a juggernaut of Grammy awesomeness, and then we ended up on that stage. So that was amazing. I'm glad we didn't know more about them before the show.
Yeah, it probably helped.
But it was
No nerves. Yeah.
I
we had a lot
just
of
walked
fun.
up to the lead singer and I was just like, just chatting her up, whatever. And I didn't realize afterwards, like, who they were. And I was like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
I saw them on the Grammys. Like,
yeah.
that's pretty.
But pretty soon we'll be
awesome.
talking about that birthday party and be like, Grammy nominated, VEAUX,
Oh man.
Twin, and Wet Leg. We're banking on all y'all.
Oh great.
Yeah.
I'll take
That
it.
sounds
I'll
great.
take it.
So you got to talk to Marquise Munson, my colleague in the house, before that show. And so I feel like we sort of know your story. Folks can read it all at WNXP.org. But refresh us about why Nashville, because you're not from here, but you relocated here. And maybe the short answer is music. Give me the medium answer.
The medium answer is just like community. There's just not a real artistic community at where we're from. Not to dog on that. That's just not the thing there. You know what I mean? Like people there, they just don't super have a grid for collaboration and community. And so I think for us, it was like, we could move to LA, but then we're all working 3 jobs at restaurants.
Yeah, it sounds too much.
and or we could like go to a place where we had already had some friends out here and we're coming out here off and on, and we really just loved the vibe and how people were just so, it seemed like so connected to one another and supportive of one another.
Yes, that's been the experience. Like even before a big show you're playing smaller shows and meeting
Right.
people and networking. And as that's happening, your songs are evolving, your sound evolves. We just had somebody here say, you sounded way different when I saw you a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I remember you telling Marquis some of your influences, and they're all over the board. How are those creeping into the music you're making now? Is it still shifting? Is a shifting target about what's inspiring you?
Yeah, I mean, we all listen to a lot of the same music at very different times. So I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, right now, like I couldn't even tell you what I'm listening to, but I think the main priority when we get together is just like, what if we did this? You know what I mean? Like, we take, what if like, Mark Ronson was able to work on an Otis Redding track back. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, where I feel like we just are really interested in collaborations that like maybe have never happened, that we're like, oh, this would be a really fun way to just approach it for our own sake. And maybe we may even miss the mark on that, but we still had a fun time doing it, and it becomes all our own, you know?
Yeah. Like, I mean, you guys have your instruments here. You also like have this approach to like beat making and infusing that. It seems like a mad scientist type vibe
A bit.
in the VEAUX camp right now.
A bit.
I mean that as a compliment,
A
clearly.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you spoke to collaborations, things that you would like dream up and what you want to sound like, but are there any artists that you specifically would like to collaborate with that would be like a dream for you?
Whoa.
I mean, this is going to be on the internet, so like this could be the way you get it done. So let's
Frank
just
Ocean.
use your
Just
words.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The long and short of it is Frank
Yeah.
Ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Jay-Z would be cool.
I'll take
While
Frank
you're
Ocean.
listening, Jay-Z.
Yep.
And
on it.
Danger Mouse. Frank Ocean and Danger Mouse. Those are my answers.
Well, what is coming up for you all in 2023?
We get a lot of songs coming out, more stuff, more music, more shows, and just a lot of dreaming and being in studio and finding our way.
We have a show this Sunday. Where is that at? Electric
The Electric
Jane. We have a show this Sunday at the Electric Jane. We have a show with y'all coming up, right?
Yeah, WNXP vibes all around.
So yeah, just a lot of keeping our feet moving.
Yeah. You going to go back to Colorado at all? Visit?
I've already been there 3 times already this year, so I've almost met the quota, I think, for the year, like
Yeah.
with family being there and stuff like that. So
They're like, we're good on you, actually. We'll see you
Yes.
later.
We're working actually like on routing a short tour out there, playing a few shows. We haven't played out there in a few years, so that'll be
They haven't
good
seen
for
us
us to
in
be out there.
probably 6 or 7 years out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so they'll be
Yeah.
excited about the new sound, too.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're so glad to call you locals and a Nashville band that we love, and great new things happening, and we'll be along for the rides. Thanks for being here today.
Yes,
Thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
All right.